Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. But let's get rolling. A new wide receiver option has came onto the market, possibly. Adam Schefter reports that Jawan Jennings has told the 49ers he wants a contract extension or a trade. Steelers could be looking for a wide receiver too. I've been saying we need a more reliable option at wide receiver too. Now is Jawan Jennings that? He is coming off the best year of his career. He's 4 years deep and coming off his best season where he put together 77 receptions, 975 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Solid season for not a number one target in the locations he's at right now. He wouldn't be a number one target here either. But once again, could put up solid numbers next to a great threat on the other side, like DK Metcalf. I think we still need that solid piece at wide receiver too. It's just it's just Calvin Austin, I don't think gets the job done. I think having him in the slot position unlocks his potential more than having him out wide. Juwan Jennings could be the perfect one and done here. A plug, just a band-aid, a patch for 1 year. Keep him for this year. The final year of his deal. Only $7.5 million he's due this year. That's affordable for us. I think once again he could be perfect one and done here. Gives us that more reliable option. I know the previous 3 years before last year a little more shaky, but really broke out last year. He's 28 years old. I wouldn't pay him after this season, but he is a great option out there if we wanted to give up a couple assets to secure a more reliable wide receiver too, in my opinion. That also allows for the younger players in Alston and Roman Wilson to develop faster with less pressure on their shoulders. Calvin Austin especially, he's bearing a burden this year being wide receiver too. He's expected to perform a lot better this year than he did last year, even though he kind of broke out last season. We still need him to step it up probably 2 times the level he was at last season. Let's move on to some TJ Watt as the situation only continues to get worse. It seems like new reports coming out that the Steelers will probably discontinue negotiations if TJ Watt continues to hold out through training camp that starts on July 23rd. Now Watt not looking, reports haven't came out that he's planning on holding out of training camp. So hopefully he is there. So this doesn't go more downhill. This kind of feels like watching a friend date inside the friend group and then the relationship just snowballs downhill. That's what it feels like. You're watching two sides of this part of this contract negotiation. You can understand both sides with TJ. He deserves to be paid a whole shit ton of money with the Steelers. You don't. It's a business when it comes down to it. So you're trying to get the best deal possible on every asset you have on your team. It just, we really need TJ Watt in the building. He is the key to this defense being a top 5 defense this year. We finally brought in some secondary help to give the pass rush a little bit more time to get to the quarterback. We just need our best pass rusher in the building. So let's hope he doesn't hold out of training camp so they can continue negotiations and hopefully TJ Watt can finish his career here as a Steeler for life. But talking about veterans like TJ Watt, the team's old. Turns out the Steelers have the second oldest roster in the NFL, only behind the Commanders. 27 years and 4 days is the average age of the team. Doesn't sound too old to the average person out there, but in football years, that is on the older side. Uh, was a focal point this offseason, though, to bring in veterans. Should we worry that we went a little overload on the veterans? I don't think so, especially on the offensive side. Addressing key positions like quarterback and wide receiver, adding a veteran presence in both those rooms, I think will help with the development of younger players in both those rooms, especially having a veteran quarterback at the helm once again. I know we technically did last year with Russell Wilson, but once again, we'll have a veteran quarterback, so you don't really have to worry about where their head's at most of the time. I know our veteran quarterback, you kind of have to worry with that, with it being Aaron Rodgers, but hopefully don't have to worry where our quarterback's head's at. With wide receiver, adding DK Metcalf and Robert Woods to the receiver room helps with young players like Roman Wilson develop, learn the tricks of the trade. At cornerback also was a key need on the defensive side, going out there and adding two veterans in Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey with support on the bench from all the youth with Beanie Bishop, Torrey Trice. I think it's going to be a great pairing. I think it's going to work out very well. The veteran talent we brought in was very precise on what veteran talent we targeted. It wasn't at random positions. These were all positions of need that were lacking a veteran presence in the position room. And I think the Steelers did a great job addressing that. And I don't think we will have to worry. The biggest worry I have is Darius Slay. Aaron Rodgers is also a big worry. He got hurt 2 years ago, so you still got some questions about that. But I think he'll be able to hold up and give us a solid season once again. He's not going to be terrible, but he might not be special either. He could just be a mediocre quarterback. With Darius Slay, more athletic position at cornerback. The athleticism goes down with age. He's 34. I get a little scared that he could have one of those massive fall offs you see at an aging cornerback position. Let's wrap this show up though with Jonnu Smith, our new tight end. Looks like he is set up to be in a very versatile role for the Steelers this upcoming season, with plans to get snaps at tight end, wide receiver, slot, and fullback. My favorite out of here in all those is definitely the slot position. I think he can create a lot of mismatches in that slot role going up against a nickel corner or a linebacker. Both of those mismatches, they might have to pull a safety down to guard him. Then you got Fryermuth, who's going to be in the middle probably most of the time, who's also going to be taking attention. It's going to be hard to cover both of these two. One, they're both on the field. They're both great weapons to have out there. Also, I think in all these roles, Jonnu Smith can definitely excel at. He has the size, he has the speed, and the athleticism to get the job done in all these key positions that the Steelers could be using him in this upcoming season. The only issue is, can Arthur Smith actually properly use a nice weapon on offense? But we will have to wait to find that out until the season starts. But that has been it from Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Denis, and I will see you tomorrow.